Hello, good people. Happy Friday. Welcome to another live episode of the Tech Behind FinTech. I'm your host, Nnamdi Osuagwu. Always a pleasure to join in, man. I love doing the show on Fridays at 12 p.m. You can find us at the techbehindfintech.com. If you are live, show some love, shoot a comment or Happy Friday comment. Let me know that you're there listening. We are streaming live from LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also, outside of that, we are on Instagram Live. But if you want to make comments to the show, hit us up on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The link to the website is pinned, and you can find the other the other links. All right, without further ado, let's hop into it. A second, let me add the screen. All right, excellent. Let me get my notes. All right, so the first thing we want to cover today, Robinhood is acquiring Ziglu. So, Ziglu is a UK-based electronic money institution and crypto asset firm. It's UK-based. So it's founded in 2018. Ziglu allows users to buy and sell up to 11 cryptocurrencies, make payments using a debit card, and move and spend money abroad without fees. The deal is part of Robinhood's mission to democratize finance as it looks to start opening their crypto platform to customers internationally. Ziglu will ultimately be fully integrated into Robinhood's brand and platform, with the acquisition intended to supercharge Robinhood's further international expansion beyond the UK and Europe and expand access to crypto to millions more customers. I know that on the Robinhood platform recently, a couple of new cryptos went live on them, which include Shiba, I think Dodge, and what else did they have? It was another one that I saw. It escapes me right now. So definitely the introduction of more currencies on Robinhood that is happening and that is taking off. Let me get some issues with my mouse. Okay, cool. So that is the first article of the day we wanted to cover. Next one. Bahamian government hopes to allow residents to pay taxes with digital assets in 2022. I found that really, really interesting, right? So, according to their prime minister, we have a vision to transform the Bahamas into the leading digital assets hub in the Caribbean. I'm going to make this available also. So, for those who don't know, right? So, when a lot of these crypto projects come online, they publish something called a white paper in which they describe what they're doing and so forth. It's just a standard practice across the board for all projects in the blockchain and crypto space. So they have a white paper called the future of digital assets in the Bahamas. I'm going to post that on the comment side, and you'll see it on Facebook and YouTube, and I'll put it on the screen so others can see as part of the video. Hold on, let me do that right now. This mouse is not working with me today. Pretty strange, but whatever. Let me see if I can do that. Having some technical issues real quick with my mouse. All right, here we are. This is the white paper that they published. Okay. Have a little bit of a can't publish this. Let's see if I can just press enter on it. Okay, here we go. All right, so I just made the comments available. Let me put it on the screen. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my just got this new laptop. It's bugging out. All right, so let me see if I can put that on the screen for you guys. Issues. Give me a second. Make sure it's not on anything. It seems to be on a flat surface. I don't know why. I'm having issues clicking this damn thing. All right, let's see. All right. So I'm pasting it there. It's called The Future of Digital Assets in the Bahamas. It's the white paper. Interesting read. Let me see if I can take it off now. Cool. So as part of the video, you can see it there. Give me a second. Yeah, I am having some slight technical issues with my mouse. It's not cool. That's not fun at all. So my notes are there. 1 second, guys. I don't want to skip too fast. Please bear with me. It doesn't usually happen. I guess there's something to like coordinate with this mouse. It's kind of upsetting actually. Give me a second to go to the oh man. You just have to laugh sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my computer today. Not cool, not fun. Have a really some okay. So what we're gonna do is this. Once we get everything back, we are not gonna be posting comments until after the show. I think we're gonna do that because I don't want. All right. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Back. Yeah, we have to mess this mouse is like not having fun with me today. I think it's weird setting going on. Okay. I think we are back. It's like it's funny on my screen, like a whole bunch of things are highlighted and not cool. Not cool. Anyway, let's see if we can just blow past that because some other interesting articles. So I want to get into. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, let's get back to this article. Sorry about that, guys. Weird. Anyway, like I said before, they have a vision of transforming the Bahamas into the leading digital assets hub in the Caribbean. And another thing that they said, while we recognize the extraordinary opportunities afforded by digital assets, we also recognize the risk, and thus we emphasize the importance of effective regulation. They have what they want to do is create a crypto with the Bahamian dollar, their CBC, so it's their central bank digital currency is going to be called the Sand Dollar. And like I said, I posted the link to their white paper, and you can see it there. Hey, shout out to the people joining on Instagram as well. All right, let's get onto the next article. So on the subject of taxes, right? Slide over to the next one. Brain drain. So recently, in India, oh goodness, I'm having some problems today with my. It's a whole bunch of things popping up. All right, cool. You guys don't see that. All right, cool. So recently in India, they had a 30% crypto tax hike. So 30% crypto tax becomes law. It became law in India following the finance bill approval on April 1st. The Indian Finance Bill 2022, with the new 30% crypto tax rules, once it was approved. So what's happening right now? A lot of crypto companies are thinking about um, moving out of India, and that's why they're calling it a big brain drain. So as predicted, within just a couple of weeks of the new crypto tax law coming into effect, the trading volume across major crypto exchanges dropped as much as 90%. The decline in trading activities was attributed to traders either moving their funds away from centralized crypto exchanges or adopting a holding strategy over trading. Um, so what they're saying over there is they're 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 oh, goodness they're um they're treating it like the lottery or gambling in terms of the tax hike. So Polygon, which is a major blockchain project out there, In March, the Polygon co-founder Sandeep Nawal warned about the possible crypto brain drain scenario. He said that at the time, the Indian government's approach towards crypto would certainly lead to a crazy brain drain situation. So he's saying, I want to live in India and promote the Web3 ecosystem, but the overall way the regulatory uncertainty is there, and how big Polygon has become, it doesn't make sense for us or for any team to expose their protocols to local risk. So, but from on the Indian minister side, they're saying that their major concerns around crypto is illicit activities. However, the notion has been debunked several times over the years, and the latest report from Chainalysis indicates crypto use for illegal activities has gone down to less than 1% of the total circulation in supply. So let's think about that. One of the major concerns from the government is illegal activities, but with actual the actual research claims that only 1% is of crypto is being used for those type of activities. So it's pretty interesting. Give me a second. Okay, come on, okay, cool. I figure that out. Have to play with this mouse afterwards. All right, let's go on to the next one. I think I am going to. This is kind of upsetting, actually. I don't know what's going on with this mouse. It's messing up my show today. I have some interesting stuff I want to say. Having some issues with the mouse today. Okay, let's see if we can just do it that way. Keyboard it. Give me a second, guys. Let me get to the next article. Okay, interesting stuff going on today. Okay, here we go. See if we can try to get past this situation. All right, we talked about that. There's a couple of more stuff I want to talk about today before we close the show. This was a very interesting one. So let me just see if I can kind of do something real quick and double screen it. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next article. All right, so the next one, very interesting. So there's a cryptocurrency project called Beanstalk, and they recently got hacked with the hackers sending themselves 182 million in cryptocurrency from Beanstalk Farm. So let's get into that. It's a really interesting case. I'm going to get into some different terms. So the attacker used something called a flash loan to obtain controlling stake in the project. So when a flash loan situation happens, essentially people use different DeFi projects to get loans for large sum. In this case, it was like 1 billion. And so you're able to get a loan. It's a quick turnaround loan. And the way you make money from it is through arbitrage. So let's say there's a spike in a particular asset. You can basically buy it and sell it real quick and get that spread. So that's how they coordinated the attack. And we're going to get into it. So the attack was spotted on Sunday morning by blockchain analytics company PeckShield, which estimated the net profit for the hacker around 80 million, a total of the total funds stolen minus some of the borrowed funds that were required to perform the attack. So Beanstalk describes itself as a decentralized credit-based stablecoin protocol. It operates a system where participants earn rewards for contributing funds to a central funding pool called a silo that is used to balance the value of the token known as a bean. So they have a governance mechanism where participants can vote collectively on changes to the code. They would then obtain voting rights in proportion to the value of the tokens that they held. So that's important to understand. So the attack was made possible with the DeFi product called the Flash Loan. which allows users to borrow large sums of cryptocurrencies for very short periods of time, minutes, even seconds. Flash loans are meant to provide liquidity or take advantage of price arbitrage, like I mentioned before, opportunities, but it can also be used for nefarious purposes. So here's what happened. According to the analysis from the blockchain security company Certic, the Beanstalk attacker used a flash loan to obtain the decentralized through the decentralized protocol Aave to borrow close to 1 billion in cryptocurrency assets, and exchange these for enough beans to gain 67% voting stake in the project. So essentially, they borrowed 1 billion in cryptocurrency assets, and because of the governance rule with Beanstalk, they used that money to basically get voting rights, 67%. So they have now more than majority of voting rights. With this supermajority stake, they were able to approve the execution of code. So they basically had code that they must have checked in somehow, and they said, and with the 67%, they approved the execution of the code, and that code basically transferred the profits, like 182, into the attacker's wallet, and they instantly repaid back the flash loan of 100. Even though it was a billion, they must have leveraged, so they paid it back, and then they got an 80 million of profit. Based on the duration of an Aave flash loan, the entire process took less than 13 seconds. Totally amazing. I mean, obviously they got compromised. I'm looking at it from just the technology side, how quick that happened. When implemented properly, the DeFi services benefit from all the security of blockchain, but their complexity can make code difficult to fully audit, making such projects an attractive target for hackers. So there's a whole saying, the more complex things are, so they can be quite vulnerable, because as the complexity increases, you may not understand how to fully protect all aspects of it, of the people working for you on the development side. So unfortunately for the investors in Beanstalk who have lost their stake coins, there may be little recourse. In a message posted immediately after the hack, the Beanstalk founders wrote that it was highly unlikely the project will receive a bailout since it had not been developed with VC backing, adding, "We are screwed," basically. And I said the polite version of that. In the wake of the attack, the value of the Bean stablecoin has tanked, breaking the $1 peg, trading for around 14 cents on Monday afternoon. So that is definitely unfortunate. And let's go on to the last article of the day. So 0 day. So Google did this research project. It's called the Google Project Zero. And essentially, they tracked 0 day exploits in 2021. So it's a couple of stats here. So basically, a 0 day is a previously unknown bug which leaves software vendors exactly 0 days to secure it. So essentially, there's no patch for 0 day. So it's that delta between when this security hole of vulnerability comes out, and they don't currently have a way to fix it, or becomes known. That's why they call it a 0 day. So what Google says, the goal of the report is not to detail each individual exploit, but to instead analyze the exploits from year to year as a group, looking for trends, gap, lessons learned, successes, etc. So 2021 included detection and disclosure of 58 in the wild 0 days, the most ever recorded since Project Zero began tracking in mid-2014. There's more than double the previous maximum of 28 detected in 2015. So also, there was something that I saw here that was very interesting. So I mean, the numbers are definitely increases, but you have to say why. Is it like more 0 days are coming, or more people actually, or companies are actually reporting? They said, while we often talk about the number of 0 day exploits used in the wild, what we're actually discussing is the number of 0 day exploits detected and disclosed as in the wild. And that leads into our first conclusion. We believe the large uptick in the wild 0 days in 2021 is due to increased detection and disclosure of these 0 days rather than simply increased usage in 0 day exploits. So let's go over some quick stats. So what I found really interesting, out of the 58 in the wild 0 day, 39 or 67% were memory corruption vulnerabilities. Um, so a couple, 17, so let's say they have different bug classes, 17 use after free, 6 out of bounds in read and write, 4 buffer overflow, and 4 integer overflow. Um, Google Chrome had 14 0 days. Safari had 7. Windows operating system had 10. Mac had 5. Android had 7. Microsoft Exchange Server had 5. So what are some tips for protection against 0 day attacks, right? Uh, Always, it's obviously not zero once the patch comes out, but you have to keep your systems and your software updated at all times. Deploy some sort of web application firewall, a firewall to ensure website security. Um, Also install a feature-rich internet security suite. That was some other tips. Yeah, it's like preventative security practice, keeping firewalls and antivirus protection up to date and match carefully to corporate needs while blocking attachments and managing external devices are all important. I mean, so it's like it's a layered security approach essentially. Intrusion preventive systems. Um, so IPS, look for IPS that has a network protection, offering content validation, forensics, application integrity checking. SAP, establish a disaster recovery procedure. Excuse me for that. Establish a disaster recovery procedure. Developing and practicing incident response that includes established roles and procedures is critical to mitigating the damage while it's happening. So those are some tips. Well, let's see if this thing's working. Let's get rid of this. So I think that concludes our show today. Definitely thank you everyone for tuning in. Always leave it open because sometimes people post some questions or comments on our YouTube page. So before I close up, I'm just want to see if that's the case. Okay. Definitely. Thanks for bearing with me today with our little technical situations. I really appreciate that. And catch us next week every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our live show. Catch us every week. We'll be back reporting some news, bringing in some interesting guests and so forth. Once again, my name is Nnamdi Osuagwu. I'm the host of the Tech Behind FinTech. You can find us at the techbehindfintech.com as well. We stream live directly from the website, and we have links going to our various social media channels where live streaming is taking place. Thank you for your time again. I wish everyone a happy weekend, and that concludes today's show, Friday, April 22nd. Have a great weekend.